What's going on, guys? It's Joe Shakes here. So coming to you guys a video right now. So I want to go over another day of training camp today. Nothing crazy happened today, So with the day or two before the preseason game against the Patriots, they're not going to do crazy amount of things today. So let's go over some of the news that happened today, and we'll get into some other things leading up to the preseason Thursday night. Avonte Maddox is starting first team nickel. I think they just want him to start in this preseason game against the Patriots, see what he's got. And, that's pretty much all there is really to it. I wouldn't, put so much on it, but he has really made his draft stock a lot better. He has put up his stock since he's been drafted, and he's been doing pretty good. So with all the corners that we do have and the depth we do have in this corner position, it's really important to say that, the Eagles definitely have a wide variety of corners, and Avonte Maddox is one guy that I want to see. For a guy that's 5'8", 180 pounds, undersized guy, not much size on a cornerback. He hopefully could play big and play more consistently. So that's what I'm gonna watch for Thursday night with him. So Nate Gary was in the third linebacker spot today with mixing reps with Camu Grugier-Hill as well. So I'm pretty much thinking right now is, I think Camu wins the job, but Nate Gary and Camu are definitely going to make the team and put them in a really good spot right now, because I haven't really seen much from Corey Nelson. He's like the third string weak side linebacker right now, and he's been pushed back on the depth chart a lot. We kind of had some high hopes for him as well, but nothing really going on there. So that's what I got to say about that. So Christian Hackenberg actually did a little bit of offensive work today. Not good, guys. 20 yards, 2 for 6. The hell was it? I think he had 2 picks on top of it, which is not good. So, like I said, this guy is not going to be anything. This guy's not here to compete. He's just here to be a body for preseason, with especially the third and fourth games coming up. Especially the fourth game, I think he'll get a lot more snaps. It'll be him, Callahan. I think it'll be him. I think it might just be Callahan and a little bit of Sudfeld, a lot of Callahan, and a lot of Hackenberg. But just a camp arm. That's all it is, guys. There's nothing crazy about it. This is just a guy who's walking in here with a lot of quarterbacks, and he is just helping the team, with more reps. Shelton Gibson could actually get the fifth wide receiver spot right behind Matt Collins and snag it. Now, I think the only thing that he hasn't really been doing in camp so well this year is making a lot of contested catches. Most of these, these one-trick pony wide receivers are not really good with the contested catches. They're mostly to go out in front and get deep and catch the ball and get those one big yard for gain. But other than that, that's really it. Shelton Gibson has turned heads this year. Looks a lot better this year. His routes are more crisp, and his route breaks are great. And that 62-yard touchdown he had in the first preseason game, absolutely amazing. So I think there's only a few things he really has to kind of fix, but I didn't think that really he was going to make this roster from the beginning. I thought maybe there was just a guy that was overhyped too much when we signed him late last year, and he must have worked his ass off and turned it all around. And Shelton Gibson talked about last year. It said that he was in his own head last year and just couldn't get things done. He was not making catches. He was dropping passes in individual drills, not running good routes, and didn't shine in preseason at all. He caught some short pass for maybe 1 or 2 passes the whole preseason, so it didn't do much, but the Eagles held on to him to give him a shot. And no other teams, we didn't waive him off the roster, I think, on practice squad or whatnot, so he came back with another shot with this team. And I think he might grab that fifth wide receiver spot. Marcus Wheaton's been out. But he's made plays. But I think Shelton Gibson's actually done a lot more than Marcus Wheaton, which he has. So, and I thought Greg Ward and Marcus Wheaton would get those 2 spots, but it might be Shelton Gibson. I don't know if they're going to get another receiver or whatnot. Kamar Aiken has made some catches here and there. He's been the healthiest wide receiver all year. I mean, all preseason, but so far, but he's just not consistent with all the reps that he's getting, especially with all these receivers that are out, especially with Alshon Jeffrey on the PUP list, and Mac Hollins being out, Marcus Wheaton being out, Nelson Aguilar being out. Chris Wilson, the defensive line coach for the Eagles, said a lot of nice things today, and really harped on Fletcher Cox and really said, he is in the best shape of his career. He thinks that he's in the best shape of his career right now. I can't really tell. I mean, I can tell because he's just a dominant player. But at the same time, Big Fletch is that's the rock that's in the middle. He is the man in the middle, okay? And it's hard to play without him, and you got to have him on the field. So it's great having him taking on double teams and kind of, helping other guys, spread the play out and get some tackles behind the line of scrimmage or some sacks or, whatever they could do. So a lot of nice words from Chris Wilson about Fletcher Cox today. Nick Foles is going to be playing in this preseason game against the Patriots, and I'm surprised. I guess we'll see how many snaps he's going to get. I don't think he's going to get many snaps. With all these quarterbacks they have right now, I hardly doubt he's going to get that many snaps, but it should be fun to watch and see what he does. So kind of excited to see, where all this goes, for Thursday. But, he's going to be, starting it up and getting in there. Nick Foles hasn't really touched the field at all since pretty much last year. Didn't play in the first preseason game. So I think the most important thing that Doug is trying to do is at least keep these guys protected, all year and especially all of the preseason and see what they can do. But lot of faith in Nick Foles, this year. Being that backup QB, or if he does start week 1, don't know. I still think Wentz is starting week 1 no matter what, so we'll see about that. Matt Pryor, the guard from TCU, has really shown this camp, and coaches are still praising this guy. Jeff Stoutland praises Matt Pryor a whole bunch. Had very good blocking the first preseason game, and is doing really well. So is going to be that backup, guard for Brandon Brooks. Can go in there and make an immediate impact, which he has already. I want to see him against some good D tackles. I want to see what he could do against some good guys. But he has had the best practice. Who's the best practice you can go against? With the Eagles. With Fletcher Cox. And even you can move Brandon Graham. He's got guys that he could practice against the best. And that's the good thing. That's why preseason is so good. That's why minicamp and training camp is so good, because you could practice against, the best. And this is a Super Bowl winning team last year. So you always want to play the best players. So that's about it, guys. There was a few things like, a few guys making plays today, but nothing crazy, nothing different. Just a little bit of a light, practice today. But tomorrow's just going to be, you're going to be doing their walk around in the morning, and then just that's pretty much it. There's going to be no media tomorrow or fans that are not allowed to come the day before preseason game. So going to see some Nick Foles this week. Going to see Shelton Gibson in there. Hopefully see some of these running backs. Hopefully see Josh Adams get more reps this week, and we all need to see Josh Adams get more reps. Donnell Pumphrey probably still fucking out. I think he's done. I think he misses this preseason game. I think he's finished. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him or how much of a big pussy he is, but we'll find out, I guess, tomorrow who's going to be on that list of not playing for this preseason game. I don't see Sproles playing. Sproles is probably never going to play this preseason. Rest him in. Jason Peters probably not going to play. The starters might play for 2 series. This is like maybe the 2 series mark. They'll probably play for about 2 series. and that's probably it. And then they'll be out. And I want to see some of the other guys anyway coming on the field. I want to see Josh Sweat again on the defensive line, see what he can do. And that's pretty much about it, guys. So nothing like, oh my God, nothing exciting today. But yeah, can't wait till Thursday for the second game. I only got like a little bit more than 20 days left till the season starts. Pretty exciting how fast this is really gonna go. So that's about it, guys. So shakes, cut up, fly, let's fly.